How you doing, everybody? Kenny from Delmarva Deals. It's about 95,000 degrees here in Baltimore, Maryland here today. You can probably see old Bertha, my van behind me, probably twice as hot in there. But I've been, doing this little van life here for a few weeks. This is probably like the first sit-down video I've done since then. But you may have seen the video before this where I'm doing the flea market, the yard sale. I'll be setting up tomorrow, 506 South Stepney Road. But I've been listing, and I realized how hard it is to actually list things out the back of a van. Thankfully my cousin's letting me use his house, recharge my equipment, somewhere to hide and lay my head. But I've been staying in the van, basically, my bed and all back there. But I want to keep this thing going though, right? I want to show you guys, and talk about the hardships of, running a resale business out the back of a van, right? Reseller Van Life, basically. Right? So I'm going to show you today, just a few of the things that I've listed, and if you want to go check out my store over on eBay, it's KWM Smushy eBay store, KWMSMUSHY eBay store. So let's get started. I'll show you a little bit of what I picked up, a few months ago, and I just got around to listing, death pile stuff, desperation. But it's basically a bunch of comic books, right? 15 and above, basically. I tried to, list. Like, number 2, Clive Barker's Pinhead, right? Like, this kind of stuff, not super, fast sell-through rates, but, all those Sega CD games, I don't have them sitting around anymore, so I gotta work with what I got, you know what I mean? Like the first and second issue of DC versus Marvel, good little pickup, it's for somebody's collection. But I also got a few signed stuff, you know what I mean? Like Vampirella #1. This is from, like, I guess Dynamite was like a offshoot company that basically bought some of these names up of I don't want to say bad comic named, IPs, but not the greatest either. Like, some of these have COAs and all. This is Vampirella #1, Anthony Markakis signature. Got a Red Sonja with the certificate of authenticity. Like I said, some of these are they're good sales, but not great sales, right? Like, I think the Red Sonja is only like 15 bucks, you know what I mean? And the Vampirella, they're 15 to 20, something like that. But again, I gotta work with what I got, right? Like, I don't have the, access to the greatest stuff, and for the people that doesn't realize, I'm on house arrest right now, right? And to make it real quick, my nephew was getting robbed at a McDonald's. Kind of pushed the people back at, McDonald's people, the employees, locked the doors behind them, but they were still outside waiting for my nephew. He calls me up, and I allegedly, not guilty, allegedly jumped out with a plastic machete to scare off the bad guys. Well, these wannabe gangsters, I guess, they're not so much of gangsters anymore, so they called the police, and they put a warrant out for my arrest, and here I am on house arrest, doing Reseller Van Life. Nice to meet you. Remember, hit like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. You know what I mean? Trust me, Lord knows I need it. But like Lady Death, this is like a individual run comic, has a certificate of authenticity. But this is signed by the actual creator, Brian Polito. Again, ebay.com/KWM Smushy if you see anything you like today. Did a Betty Boop comic. I'm not really sure who signed this, but it has the certificate of authenticity. Who signed it, I have no idea. You know, Giselle Lege's, I think. I don't know, but it could be yours. I think for 15 or 20 bucks. You know what I mean? Then a nice little run, Double Dragon. Look, Double Dragon comics. If people don't know, it was a video game back on regular Nintendo. I got the little run 1, 2, 3, and a 4. So if you want these, I have them in my eBay store listed as we speak. Another Lady Death comic. It's not signed, so there's no COA, but you know, I think it's Between Heaven and Hell, or Heaven and Earth, or something, name of the comic. Again, I have it listed on my eBay store. This is actually a pretty interesting little comic right here. It's like the reprint of the first Superman comic. It has a certificate of authenticity behind it. It's an official reprint of it. It's actually put out by DC. Yeah. I was actually thinking about keeping it, but I guess, you know, circumstances making me list it. Again, it's not super valuable, 20 bucks or so. I think it is 15, 20 bucks. But still a nice, cool, you know, cool comic. And here's another good, it's actually, and this one's actually sealed. It's still sealed in this little package. Another sealed one, it has a scratch and sniff sticker with it too. But it's the #1 Ren and Stimpy comic. Also still sealed. Again, like 15 bucks, something like that. And then, you know, these were nice little runs. It was like, I don't want to call them what ifs, but it was like when the DC and Marvel kind of came together for a little while. Iron Lantern, #1. I think they came up with their own, you know, company. Amalgam. Yeah, Amalgam Comics. Nice little comic though. But I kept a few that's actually going to go for the flea market tomorrow. Still pretty good comics. Again, just, they weren't worth listing, right? And the sad part is I have a nice little run right here. #1 copy of first copy of Daredevil Man Without Fear. I have 1, 2, and 4 and 5. I'm missing like issue #3. So that's the reason why I didn't list them, because, you know, I'm missing one of the copies. The way they sit right now, it's only worth like 10 bucks. You know, I'll take $1 a piece for them at the flea market, at the yard sale rather. Red Sonja comic. It's not signed or anything, so it's only worth like 5 bucks. Weird X-File comic, pretty thick one. You know, I think it's issue 1 of season 1. Again, 5 bucks or something. And that was again, I hate when I get like close to having a complete run on a set of comics. Like I had these Steel Maximum Orbit comics, and I thought I had the 4th one. Didn't. This is a whole separate little different run. So again, it would have been like, if I had the complete run, it would have been like 15, 20 bucks. The way it sits is like $2 a piece at this moment. It is what it is. An Outsiders, an action comic, a lot of singles, you know. Villains United, Challengers of the Unknown, Justice Society of America, Star Trek, X Nation, Micronauts comic. Wish this was #1, or grade it, would have been nice. Secret 6, Uncle Sam, Action Comics, Streets of Gotham, Martian Manhunter, Clandestine, The Lost Gods, Hellstorm, Legionnaire, #1 slapstick. I think it was like a free comic. It had like free comic of the days type thing or whatever. But either way, that's what I have set for the set to the side for the yard sale this weekend. Tomorrow, actually. So if you see this and you're in Aberdeen area, 506 South Stepney Road, come over and see me. I'll break you off a good deal. But either way, you know, I gotta stay consistent making videos. So you'll probably see another video tomorrow of how the flea market actually went. Again, I'm e-begging. I can use all the help I can get. So if you enjoy this content, hit the like button, hit the subscribe, and yeah, I'll come again with some more stuff to show you what else I'm listing tomorrow or the next day, and I'll show you all the yard sale shenanigans, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.